Hey guys, let's get more news about Warriors, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Warriors caught napping as Suns make exact move Golden State need. The Golden State Warriors and Phoenix Suns find themselves in incredibly eerily positions. Both possess all-time legendary players, yet each sit with a 19-20 record and currently outside the play-in tournament in the Western Conference. The similarities between the two teams doesn't end there though, with both desperately needing upgrades at the center position as they look to make a run over the second half of the season. Well, at least that was the case before the Suns went and made that upgrade on Wednesday in a trade for Charlotte Hornets center Nick Richards. As first reported by ESPN's Shams Charania, Phoenix has sent Josh Okogie and 3 second-round picks to Charlotte in exchange for their 7-foot big man. Phoenix had become tired of regular starting center Jusuf Nurkic, not only benching the Bosnian but removing him from the rotation entirely. That meant that Mason Plumlee was elevated into the starting lineup, yet it became clear that was also an unsustainable long-term option. Despite being essentially stuck with Nurkic's inflated contract, the Suns have still managed to find a center upgrade anyway by acquiring Richards, who's averaged 8.9 points, 7.5 rebounds, and 1.2 blocks with the Hornets so far this season. Most importantly, this will be a defensive upgrade for Phoenix, who already have the offensive firepower of Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, and for the time being Bradley Beal in a newfound bench role. While Richards wouldn't or shouldn't have necessarily been a target for the Warriors, the center position is clearly an area they need to upgrade before the season slips further and further into oblivion. In contrast to Phoenix, Golden State need an offensive-minded big man to complement the defense-first capabilities of Tracy Jackson-Davis and Kevin Looney. The Warriors have been strongly linked to Chicago Bulls big man Nikola Vucevic, yet a deal hasn't been forthcoming at this point as the 2X All-Star continues an impressive season in the Windy City. If Mike Dunleavy Jr. and the front office continue to wait until closer to the February 6 trade deadline, then Golden State's season could be all but over already regardless of any deal they make. Perhaps the Warriors should therefore take a leaf out of the Suns' book and pull the trigger on a trade now, with Phoenix having done so despite the punitive restrictions they face as a team in the second tax apron. Gary Payton II and Buddy Hield get into heated argument during Warriors-Timberwolves game. Sometimes, teammates can disagree. In those situations, they have to talk things out, if not argue. But rarely do we see it happen during NBA games. That is exactly what happened during the Warriors' 116-115 win over the Timberwolves. Gary Payton II and Buddy Hield were annoyed with each other over something in the third quarter and needed Dennis Schroeder to intervene to shut things down. The cameras and the courtside mics could not pick up exactly what the two were arguing about, but from what Warriors fans are saying online, it appears Buddy Hield was in the wrong. We may have to wait and find out what the issue between the two players was. The Warriors' victory over the Timberwolves will soften the sour feelings from the argument. While Buddy Hield did have a tense situation with Payton II, he didn't let it stop him from playing at a high level, putting up 18 points, 6-11 FG, 1 rebound, 3 steals, and 2 blocks. As for Payton II, he also made a decent impact from the bench, putting up 7 points, 3-3 FG, 6 rebounds, and 1 assist. The Warriors desperately needed their bench players, like Hield and Payton II, to step up and play at a high level, after losing their last 2 games and not getting enough from their bench players. Perhaps this win can rally the Golden State Warriors back into form. What was once an incredible start to the season has turned into an abysmal and mediocre campaign so far. And the Warriors will want to get back to the form they exhibited in the first part of the season as soon as possible, as the competitive race in the Western Conference heats up. Buddy Hield got off to a flying start to life as a Warrior. After signing with the franchise to be the replacement for the departing Klay Thompson, Hield proved himself to be more than worthy of the role. But as the season has gone on, Hield has become quite inconsistent. His stats per month show that he has never escaped the full-cycle allegations. While his 18-point outing tonight was a strong showing, the Bahamian player has struggled to maintain his form for a regular stretch of games. In fact, he has scored under 10 points in 17 of his 40 games this season. On top of that, he has only scored 20-plus points in 7 games this year. For the season, Hield is averaging 12.5 points, 3.4 rebounds, 1.6 assists, 0.9 steals, and 0.3 blocks per game, while shooting 41.9% from the field, 37.8% from the three-point line, and 90.9% from the free throw line. These numbers are not the level of production the Warriors hoped for when they signed him in free agency. Hield has been one of the best three-point shooters in the NBA over the last few years, which made him a natural fit for the Warriors. But even compared to the 38.6% he shot from deep last season and the 42.5% he shot before that, Hield has taken a step down in his abilities as a shooter. Steve Kerr said after the Warriors' previous game that he still believes in Hield and that he can turn things around very soon. Perhaps Hield can use tonight's game, where he went 3-6 from deep, as a launching point to recover his three-point percentage and his overall form heading into the second half of the season. Warriors land two-time All-Star in blockbuster trade proposal. The Golden State Warriors, 19-20, will look to get back to .500 for the fifth time this season when they face the Minnesota Timberwolves, 21-18, on the road on Wednesday night. Nearing the halfway point of the 2024-25 campaign, some members of Dub Nation are pushing for the team to make a blockbuster trade in an effort to move up the standings and pursue another run at a championship. With that in mind, ESPN senior writer Chris Herring was among 4 insiders at the worldwide leader in sports to come up with 5 trade proposals that would shake up the league and the postseason picture. Herring's idea involves a 2-time All-Star being shipped to the Bay Area for a package including 1 former Rookie of the Year, a son of a Basketball Hall of Famer, 1 big man who's won 3 titles with the Warriors and a 2026 first-round pick. Zach Lavine has been at the center of loads of trade rumors during his 7-plus seasons in the Windy City. After 3 campaigns with the Timberwolves to begin his career, the UCLA product was traded to the Bulls during the first round of the 2017 NBA Draft in a deal that landed Jimmy Butler in Minnesota. Lavine was limited to a career-low 24 contests in his first season with Chicago as he recovered from knee surgery, but broke out during the 2018-19 campaign, posting then-career bests in points, 23.7, rebounds, 4.7, and assists per game, 4.5, as well as field goal percentage, .467. His best season came in 2020-21, when he recorded career highs in points, 27.4, and assists per contest, 4.9, while making the first of his 2 straight All-Star teams. Lavine had an injury-riddled 2023-24 campaign, undergoing season-ending foot surgery last February, but has bounced back big time this winter. He's posted 24.0 points, 4.8 rebounds, and 4.4 assists per game across 35 contests, along with career highs in field goal, .515, and 3-point field goal percentage, .455. It has been an odd couple of seasons for Lavine and the Bulls, who have both seemingly been the subject of trade rumors for years. The swingman's value has been all over the map, ranging from extremely low last season, so much so that Chicago would have had to attach assets to unload him and his $40 million-plus salary, to now being a net positive again as the 29-year-old is playing arguably the best ball of his career. It's not merely volume scoring, either. And you, fan? What do you think of the situation of Zach Lavine? Leave your opinion in the comments.